Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't have the caller mic, otherwise I would have been there somewhere talking. That's why I generally do in most of the forums. Well, my introduction, I prefer that I was founder director of International Institute Health Management Research, IIHMR, Delhi. And I am glad, it's okay. I am glad the present director, who also have short stint in the armed forces, is also here sharing with me. I am the past and he is the present. Why I am saying so? I know all the tricks of the trade that you do, meditate after lunch. So if you do, I will immediately spot and ask you something. I am thankful to the organizers that you have given me opportunity to come and speak. I am coming in this campus after 9 years, and it is great that you are in this institution and will share our ideas together. Generally, I don't speak out of the PPT, but organizers said, no, sir, children would be better, happy if we have some presentation. I presume when you are in any conference, you know the basics. That a different somebody came and picked me up, is doing hospital management. I said, what is the hospital definition of WHO? And she's going for placement. So I presume you should, but I know you will not. So some of the slides of definition I'll just skip through. Yes, for your presentation would be available, free for anyone to take it, etc. Technology is everywhere. Today, innovation has become buzzword. And it is a buzzword not only at the academia, but it's a buzzword because it is national. The Prime Minister is keen for this buzzword to create employment, self-employment by the people and exploit the various issues. Now, but what really we are, we must have a healthcare delivery system which is optimized cost, not affordable. I've written to WHO and they concur the point, what is affordable to me can't be affordable to the person on the street. What are we talking about affordability? India having 42% on $1 a day, that's what they earn, and what you can think of in affordability at that time. Technology and innovation, they are taking over so much that after some time, health sector will be done by them itself. A Silicon Valley billionaire, Mr. Khosla, I have referred him in the book. I had a touch with him in the conference. He said, why do you need a doctor? A computer can do everything. That's what the robots and also the dolls in Japan, companion dolls are being developed because there is no human touch required, but that's not true. So, if you really see what is the pain of the patient, that is what we must know and we must see. And that is what is, forget about the robot, RFID, etc. I was researching when I was writing a book, there are 1.5 lakh health app on their telephone. And now US is saying you can't do it, they are weeding it out. Somebody says carrot juice has so much of calorie, we are, etc., etc. If you really see the evolution of this innovation in technology, there are differences which I will just skip through those slides. I will just show you within 5 minutes. I'll leave the slide. I will not read it out for you. You read it. You must know what is innovation, what is invention, type of innovation, what is improvisation, what is jugaad, all that you can read it anyway. It is first revolution of industry happened in 1765 when steam engine rolled out, and that was the mechanization. Nearly every 100 years something is happening. 1870 electricity came and the oil and gas came. That was second industrial revolution. 1969 came nuclear energy, electronic, info technology. That was third revolution. 2017, it is the fourth revolution, as World Economic Forum has declared it, and this is called digital revolution, where now we have production, genome, stem cells, so on and so forth. You will find this is how we have developed, and the technology and innovations have gone together. What is the impact of all this really? Olden days, when to train 1 billion population to use telephone, it took 110 years. 50 years to see the TV for 1 billion people. 20 years for mobile. 15 years for internet. 8 years for smartphone. And just 2 years for 1 billion people, WhatsApp. Somebody is doing here also, I can see half of it. So, this is the impact of the technology. So apply it. It is so easy to apply all this in health sector that what is really missing is we don't have that much of internet connectivity. As per Government of India figure, China has 58% internet connectivity. We have 26%, we are just going to 31%. And rural only 17%, but USA is also 74%. Now this is what the scenario is as far as, now let us see what is this. I will not go into detail, please read it out because it is presumed you should know this before coming to Pradanya. Has anybody read book called Jugaad? Nobody. It is very bestseller at one time and 3 American Indians have written it, and that was the beginning to somebody to write what kind of difference of innovations, etc. What is innovation and invention? The steam engine was invention. Making a bullet train from the train is innovation. We will not go into detail, but this is what the basics we must know if we have to go forward on these issues. We will not go into the definitions of the innovation. Kindly, I leave the presentation. Go and read it in your spare time. What are the type of innovation? Frugal innovation, we are expert. It is out of necessity of us that we are doing this innovation, and this is called frugal. And that is for what the Europeans are coming to India to look for what is frugal. We are doing European Union project where 11 countries are participating. The best innovations we are bringing, which are price sensitive to India, and they want to learn, can we take your frugal innovation and can develop slightly better? Mr. Govindacharya has written a book called Reverse Innovation, that you write something which is very, and do something which is not so refined. It goes in Western world, it gets refined, come back to you at more cost. Disruptive innovation, you have disrupted everything. That is how the telephony came, internet came, and etc. There is a new terminology which has been joined, I have written in this my book also, called innovation. In one of the World Economic Forum, it was accepted, innovations of India would be innovation. China now claims I should also call Chinovation. Well, I don't know if they have accepted it or not, but they were fighting hard on that. All this, if you bring it to your organization, that's innovation excellence. We will only mention that innovation, technology, process, lean, clinical pathways, evidence-based medicine, Kano's model. I have heard Kano, Japan. Ultimately, they are two sides of the same coin. They complement each other and very rightly chosen the technology and innovation, bringing it to wellness. What is our aim? Delivery cost at optimum cost. I have already told you I don't believe in affordability, and it must be sustainable. That should be the thinking of yours. You might have seen this model, which was Dr. Donovan, who is a public health expert, who brought first definition of healthcare quality, wrote 16 books. He is no more. Last 3 years back he died. He was a medical doctor. Everybody talks of this model, but nobody mentioned that many things have been done by doctors. So that credit must go to that gentleman that we are talking. So the process innovation is one which also can take care, or a lean is a part of this. Well, this is probably it has not come. I have designed a hospital on a IT flow system. You can't see this, I know. It took 9 months, 200-bedded hospital. You can see in Kolkata, Iris Hospital. It is technology used, evidence-based, everything used, and many things have been used which brought 20% of operational cost, which is not a small thing. It's just commissioned 3 years back, Europeans have done. I've quoted this case study in my books very extensively. We'll not go into detail. You can really want, you can read it further on this. Now if really you see all this, we are able to do it in-house. And doctors, many of them are more IT fellows than really they are the doctors themselves. So this is one good combination we are developing, that people understand and talk in the same language. Now what are the components of healthcare delivery? I'm sure you will know. Diagnostic. What innovations have been done in diagnosis? Telemedicine, teleradiology. Also, I got somebody in our annual conference who brought an innovation. You could do from a sputum without pricking a plus minus specificity of 10% blood sugar level. There is a portable machine. Glaucoma is the second highest cause of blindness. It's costing ₹1 lakh. And portable machine is produced by Nordic countries. And that is what government has already put 200 machines here and there. You can find glaucoma in the camps and it uses the sensor. So you would find that in diagnostic, you can put your and record ECG, submit to your physician, I can do that. These are the things that are already existing, they are not dreams. Devices, there are many such devices which are helping the clinicians and helping the patient which are available. If you really find pharma, there are wonderful things which are happening and which is the companies called Cipla, etc. already participating. 7 billion market of fake drugs can be detected. You have your code number, send that code number, it will be matched and they will say it is a fake drug or not. The government knows it is possible, they have not yet implemented for various reasons. We are not discussing that. One day or other, it shall happen. Processes, I have told you that as per the Toyota system of lean, 90% processes in automobiles are waste. You can remove it. In health, you can't remove 90%, but 60 to 70% you can remove it. Repetitions, etc. I have done 14 projects in India, apart from the UK, Singapore and Malaysia, and also training programs on lean to see how it can be done. If you reduce that much of a process which are useless, you will find enough time available. Iris Hospital, you can discharge a patient in 15 minutes. It is not earlier. In Birla Heart takes 14 hours. Singapore hospitals used to take 8 hours. We have done the projects, we know it. So it is possible that you can do it. Now if you really go into the information overload, information explosion is already there. We are not having electronic medical record. That's one saving or not saving, I cannot really say. That's why big data, data analytics has become a big business. IBM Watson, he is the chief of Asia. We were talking in our conference. He has become a good friend, and he is saying how with Manipal Hospital he is doing something to do with cancer diagnosis. So there are such issues which are really mind-boggling. TB. Every 7 minutes somebody dies in India because of tuberculosis. And by the time when he dies, he's already infected people. We have developed such apps which we are testing it in UP, that because the failure of taking the medicine, etc. But you can do the DNA testing. There are 2 youngsters who have created a lab who are doing it. And if the DNA testing can tell, it is available in the cost of 1800 rupees. We wanted some 400 to 500 rupees. Then we can test preclinical stage of tuberculosis and can find out and probably can look into it. Now, if you really see that these are the innovations are happening, that are different. If you talk of startups, 80% startups fail because ideation has not been done properly or somebody has not mentored it. But there are younger lot who are doing a wonderful job, and there is a system in the government of India, they are doing a lot. You have an idea and you are the grassroots rebel, you are not educated, but you have no experience, but you have idea which you can develop. Such grassroots innovation, my person also goes, we last went to Nagaland, and Dr. Anil Gupta of IIM Ahmedabad, he does this very regularly, honey bee operations, we call it. They take grassroots innovation and they bring them to Rashtrapati Bhavan. These people stay for 2 weeks in Rashtrapati Bhavan, have dinner twice with Rashtrapati ji, and all expenses of the project, once it is approved, is all done by the Rashtrapati house. Or advertising, couple of players like Practo, etc., are already into this, who are doing it. Maybe can, like IIT fellows and IIT people, will you like to take such challenge and do it? I have developed a 10 days course on healthcare innovation for operation at IIT Kharagpur. Government of India totally supported. Next week they say it's too long, we are doing 5 days in January. I'll let you know. And for the students, we are putting very special price, but we'll take only 50 people because Government of India is supporting it. Even one foreign faculty, they will be at the cost to get it. So government wants to do all this and take advantage of. And we'll do that. Next conference, those who want to present your innovations, 5-6 October, attend our this. I've given a copy of the magazine. Do write your innovations. It goes to 30,000, 32,000 people through Amazon, and you will be famous. Your little photo will be there, and you would be known in the world. One girl told me, sir, I published something in your magazine, I got married because somebody was impressed with my article and photo. So maybe some of you might be trying for that purpose. Now, if really you see, I am only creating these platforms. There are again European Union companies are coming on 5th-6th October. If you want to interact, we will do that for you. Now, there are issues which have come up, which will keep coming, like privacy, EMR, and other things. Why we are failing? Because of the mindset that we are not able to go forward. We are still being governed by 100 years back. 100 years, I have already told you what all has happened. We are still have to leapfrog because we are capable of it. I'll quickly see that. These are the McKinsey study. There are 2 slides which I borrowed from McKinsey, and this was presented by Dr. Agrawal also. I have also told him, yes, we are using it. You read it. These are the technologies will take you forward and leapfrog. And one more, this is another one, McKinsey. These 2 are not my slide at all. I do acknowledgement to McKinsey for this. And this is what last primary care, what happens. 70% population in India, village, having $1 internet connectivity, 17%. In Sabarkantha district, we did some intervention in Gujarat, and my partner, who is thorough technology fellow, I told him a problem. Simple intervention, he got National Innovation Award. So these are the things. Last mile connectivity, where no corporate hospital want to do it. Government is struggling. We have found many methods how attendance can be increased of the doctors, etc. in Gujarat and this district. And maybe politically, gradually, these things will be adopted. So you go through that it is possible. Bring such pain, bring some ideation, leave it to us. I assure you we can do something for you. Now if you really quickly read, only 2 last slides. Internet age provides your 3D is already known to you, that you have an idea, you have CAD software, you have 3D, your ideation, it is all written. I have not this is quoted from somewhere. And ultimately, by lunch, you have funding and all the things done. Things have become so easy. This is what innovation in technology. This is what we want to do. Ultimately, it is something care that is safe, effective. I'll not go tell you the difference of effective and efficiency. Read it. It is ISO definition in that. Patient-centered, timely and economic. And the last slide is, please see what people think. Alexander Blas, CEO of Innovators Institute, who has written this, that India is no more agrarian society. It is a disruptive innovation, and we got to learn a lot. Incidentally, the lady who has got a Oxford Award for Sathi, the project, for making for the maternity pads for cost of 1 rupee for the village setting. And that is how business model has been converted, and she got a global award for this purpose. So we have shining example. So let us do together, and I'm sure something you can do where many of us will become fossils, and I want to encourage you to do that. This is one book, second book is not added, and we are into business of magazine, conference, B2B meeting, training, webinar, innovator club, etc., a knowledge platform to share with you. Thank you very much, sir, and my grateful that IIHMR given me opportunity to talk to the young innovators. Yup. Thank you.